How's it going, everyone? This is Dr. Hefe playing more Disco Elysium, and my allergies feel a little bit better, so hopefully less sniffling and sneezing in this video. And yeah, last time we got the truth from Titus Hardy. The hanged man was already dead before they hanged him. They believed he was shot, and Titus was telling us that Classier has a shady history. Someone may have been gunning for her, or they may have been gunning for him. But yeah, basically we still need to know. We still need to figure out what the heck is going on here. So we're just going to ask Gart a little thing about the whirling in rags.
Great. I love
about the peephole. Yeah?
I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the whirling does not abide spying on its guests.
The color has drained from his face.
Oh, why'd the color drain from his face?
What a shame to fix such a good peephole.
Oh my goodness, what if there's some hotties staying in that room? Are you sure you haven't been spying on your guests? Oh, are we gonna confront him? Yeah, let's confront this punk Gart.
Absolutely not. Fuck you for even implying it. It wasn't me, it wasn't my stuff. The establishment will look at it and ascertain what it was.
Sir, he was only asking a question. It's his job and mine. See that it's covered.
Yes, I absolutely will. Sorry, it's been a bit of a day. And now a hole in the wall.
Alright, you've been notified, Gart. Don't let me catch you peeping on the ladies again.
Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something? Yes.
Alright, so now we gotta go talk to Classier. But first, the Jamrock Shuffle. Sounds pretty groovy.
In a way, yes, you are treasure hunting. Most officers from Precinct 41 do what is called the Jamrock Shuffle, cracking open containers. Most of them are from Jamrock or Coal City, the poorest parts of Revachol, that also overlap with a network of royal catacombs called Le Royaume, just beneath the streets. As children, you would all go underground, hoping to find treasure, and come back with a rat's tail or a used needle. That playful curiosity must still be in you. Who knows, maybe one day the Orbe de Montagne, the Holy Scepter, and the Cocaine Skull will all be yours.
I cannot wait to have the Cocaine Skull. Regnum Cocainum! Oh my goodness. This game is very interesting sometimes. Okay, so up the stairs we go. Having a good old time. I'm gonna confront Classier about what happened. Well, there's one other thing I want to do. I want to make sure we didn't read about the visual calculus that got us so far from last time. That it basically busted the case wide open. We knew what we could do to get Titus to talk to us. And basically we just relied on Kim to do it for us. That was our main detective ways. It was just like, Kim, please, can you help me out, bro? And then he was all like, yeah. You know, in matinees, they'll kill you just because you're a foreigner. That was a good little thing we played on him. Oh, and poor fat Angus. I hope he's okay.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
I'm the cool cop, remember? Are we the cool cop? I mean, we're pretty disco, but this was kind of annoying, having to talk to all of them. Yeah, you sent us on a runaround. That was kind of annoying.
I know. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. For all of this, for wasting your time.
Why did you waste our time then?
Yeah, Kim, let's get to the
because of the
meat
Hardys.
of it.
I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
Cool, I'm satisfied with this explanation. Case is closed. Time to go home. No, that's not a good enough reason. I am the law.
You're right. There's more.
Tell me more.
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again, where the cold oceanic expanse lies, and behind it, another world.
Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the moral intern?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
So, yeah, what are you so afraid of? Who did you kill?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will
What happens if they do?
kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Yeah, but that doesn't explain why she would be hanging around in this area and also giving us the runaround if she's really fearing for her life. Yeah, what did you actually even do?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Revachol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again, with a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Louis County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Louis Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
Alright, so she's spying around for people. This doesn't seem like something they would kill you for.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too, along with Lou Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Yeah, but again, I'm sure there's people who have done much worse than that. There's probably people who are hired as hitmen and stuff like that.
Sure. I'm not a war criminal, but it was bad. People lost their jobs. Good people too, not just C-suite. A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
That is true. We don't have to deal with your bullshit. Alright, so what happened here? The actual night he died. Tell us what really happened.
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Yeah, exactly what happened. Don't leave any lurid detail out. Any sensationalist part that electrochemistry would be excited by.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He
Mature.
had just entered me.
Mature
I was on my
content
back,
warning.
looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could.
A great pain moves through her, a dark and indefinite wave. She continues in spite of it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
And then what happened?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs. I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
I mean, but maybe this is why she's afraid that she's gonna get killed, because Lely got killed. Like, that's a traumatic experience.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Well, we'll let her know, you know, as a cigarette smoker ourselves.
Oh,
Yeah, that's... I mean, I feel like we would be sorry that this happened. We're not gonna ask her about making it up. Or would we say that's a motherfucker? I can't believe this is the thing that I'm actually torn between. I'm sorry this happened, or that's a motherfucker. Yeah.
yeah. It was a real motherfucker.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Yeah, we'll mention it, you know. Electrochemistry would be angry at us if we didn't talk about how high she was.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Good thinking. Clear your head. You should clear your head. Get into his mindset.
Don't worry, electrochemistry. We did like 4 drugs today. Can you chill out for a second?
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No, nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Alright, we're not going to ask, did you kill Lely? That seems very silly. Alright, what happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Yeah, so we know who Ruby is. Ruby must be the 8th Hardy.
Ruby. You know, the leader.
Oh, snap. Titus. Titus thought he was the leader, all acting like Big Dick Titus. We know. It was all about cool, calm, collected Ruby.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
The Hardy Boys?
Yep.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
She's the brains of the operation. Titus is just the muscle.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy?
Why not?
Why not?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
Well, yeah, obviously. Thank you,
To
perception.
produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Wow, Kim, you know a lot about autopsies.
Oops.
Oops.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
Alright, then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
This is such an odd way to dispose of a body, but okay.
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
Alright, so where is Ruby?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
Alright, so now we gotta talk to Titus yet again.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Alright, so when it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
Yeah, if it was like point blank, you would definitely have heard the gun go off. Guns are frickin' loud. But, you know, if it was shot from far away, you wouldn't hear the gunshot. You would just hear the glass shattering. Okay, so why did you call the cops if you're in hiding? This is something that
Because
interests
I'm an
me.
idiot.
Yeah, that sounds true.
Which is an indicator of truth.
No, let's push her on this.
You have to understand. The people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Oh, Kuno, our favorite.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
Well, I mean, it's definitely not the last thing. We're standing here talking to you right now. So when was the window changed?
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs,
Yep.
took care of it.
Wait, Angus and Titus? So Angus and Titus are related. Maybe they're stepbrothers. I don't know.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there. Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
All right, visual calculus. We'll read about you. We'll give you your time to shine. I think we're done here for now.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
In God's name, wake up? What is this about? The secret route. Alright, we'll return to this later. What is drama? What? All of a sudden drama wants to talk about something? Dude, I probably have nothing to help with that. We have this drama clothing. This minuses our drama. And we have a +1 somehow. Okay. We don't have anything that improves our intellect, really. Alright, I guess we'll talk to her about
I was
waking up.
just thinking, what a nice day for questions.
Yeah.
Pertaining.
But we are awake, sire. She has been forthcoming with sordid details women usually conceal. Most shocking details of the sexual kind. We are a bulwark, unbreached. If you have doubts, just give us one example of deceit. Just one, and we will gladly change our minds.
Could the lurid explicitness conceal something less sensational but more illegal?
Who is this personhood picking these seditious options? Can't you see the detective grows weary of your malcontent?
Alright, whatever,
Stop staring
drama.
at her eyes and say something pertinent to the case. This is making you look like an amateur. It looks like this one's not waking up. You'll have to do it without pushing her further. At least for now.
Okay, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what that would give us if we make her wake up. Maybe some more information on something. We still didn't ask her about the peephole, which is interesting. We don't know who it is. It's not the 8th Hardy. It's somebody else. Kind of want to go back and look at those footprints again. Just to see. Maybe we missed something the first time. This is the trouble with going with our fully physical playthrough. When it comes to these little insights and special knowledge, we're kind of lacking here. Oh well. What are you gonna do?
You clearly see footprints in...
Jackpot.
Oh, there's nothing
These-
we can talk about there. Alright, fair enough. We'll try and investigate this window then. Use our visual calculus. Oh, that's right. I gotta remember. We gotta read the visual calculus. Alright, visual calculus. You want a nice little rain in the background? Here you go. Visual calculus. Cool for forensic scientists, tactical fighters, math-minded people. Visual calculus versus you, not only in the laws versus you. Okay. Not only in the laws of the state, but the laws of nature. It enables you to create a virtual crime scene models in your mind's eye. You'll see how a bullet shattered the glass, which is actually really going to be useful. Thank you. And from that, trace its trajectory with mathematical precision. You'll also count so many footprints, and at a glance discern shoe size and design, as well as the height, weight, and gender of the one who wore them. Wow, that is exactly what we've been doing. At high levels, visual calculus makes the world reveal its secrets to you, but you may be so absorbed by your mind's diorama, you don't notice as crooks steal your pants. However, at low levels, your mind's eye will be blind. Reconstructing crime scenes will be difficult without outside help. Okay.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light
Wow.
from the
Our
desk
visual
lamp
calculus
reflects
is
off
having some
the
trouble
glass.
here.
In an untarnished, a vague sense of disappointment fills you. The glass shimmers as if taunting you with its secrets.
Kim, help me, please.
I'm not exactly sure either, to be honest. My imagination has a way of failing me. It's a weakness.
Alright, you know what? We have some points. Let's throw a point into visual calculus. See if that
This
helps.
window is pristine on the inside. Golden light.
Oh,
leaks
there we
away
go.
into the blue, glassy
There
darkness
we
of your
go.
mind. In it are two neon
There's our
lit
good
shapes,
friend
a
Lely.
man and a
We
woman
get some
on a
lurid
single bed.
pictures right here. Let's not focus on it, because otherwise, well, yeah, someone will be upset. The golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed. What position are they in? God, electrochemistry, you gonna jump in here?
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth. A ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain, ending him.
Where does it come from?
From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
I guess we're inspecting some
The
ghostly
man
figures.
does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
But I thought it went through his mouth. Let me think. I'm pointing to the back of my head from my mouth. I guess if it went in like a certain trajectory, it could go out through your cerebellum, which would kill you. Definitely would kill you.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Shouldn't there be gun residue outside?
There could have been.
Yeah,
Then the
there's
rain
been a lot
and
of rain
slush and
and
wind
snow.
washed it away. This was more than a week ago.
So I'm 80% this is where the shot was made. But she didn't hear the shot.
72%, with a weapon that's good for medium range, like a rifle or sports pistol. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies.
I mean, that's for sure. I would not see a sniper in the dark shooting me if I was inside. Could the shot come from inside the room? It seems unlikely.
Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, Detective.
Are there any arguments against A
None
prime?
that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
I mean, what about she didn't hear it? I feel like that's a good argument. Could there have been another point of origin farther away?
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Of course! What do you think I'm doing here? I'm sniffing speed and looking at a piece of glass.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
And more precisely?
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet, Detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
Alright, what about the boardwalk?
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
Yeah, and the wind would probably be kind of crazy if we're right on the ocean's edge. It does get super windy out here on the coast. Okay, the Land's End.
1.2 kilometers away, the least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it, possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched.
And B triple prime?
1 kilometer away, an unlikely point of origin. Beyond the docks somewhere, on an islet in the Bay of Martinez perhaps. There are islets there, badly charted as they may be. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Very interesting. So most likely they're on the roof, but maybe not. Maybe they're from the boardwalk.
From where, precisely?
Let's say B prime, B double prime, and B triple
I
prime.
see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
I mean, much less from the roof, but still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. It fits the hidden path through the whirling. A simple hypothesis.
That is true. There is this hidden path through the whirling. But, I mean, if you were here and you had your peephole, couldn't you just shoot through the wall? I mean, maybe if you have a small caliber weapon, it wouldn't exactly go through the wall. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe you'd have to go outside and shoot through the glass. Maybe the shot would also be easier. You could line it up, as opposed to using like your one eye to view it through the wall. Well, this has been another exciting day inside the Whirling in Rags with, you know, not really anything happening yet again. But, yeah, I think we're going to end it here. We're going to talk to Titus next time and possibly get the full story, finally, of what's happening out here. I believe that's what we have to do in our log, right? Yeah, give up Ruby's location. So, yeah. Next time, maybe we will finally be allowed to leave the Whirling in Rags. But, oh man, look at these cool little lights going on. Hey, guard, thanks for turning on the lights. You may be a little peeping Tom, but you're a cool guy. You're a cool guy, my man, a cool guy. Alright, till next time, do remember, as always, to take care of yourself and keep it disco, baby.